Namaste and welcome to this Hatha Yoga for Balance class. Begin with a comfortable seat, allowing the seat bones to ground down, back of the head lifted, so you've got that slight tucked chin. And when you're ready, we'll close the eyes and we'll allow the hands to rest wherever feels most comfortable for you. So that might be in the lap or on the knees, palms up or down, your choice. And let's take 3 breaths together, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling out of the mouth. Twice more, deep breath in, long breath out. Make this final breath the deepest breath you've taken all day. Maybe giving a sigh as you exhale. And drawing all of your awareness inwards. Noticing the breath. Noticing where you feel it moving most. Maybe you can feel it higher up in the body, in the nostrils or in the throat. Or maybe you can feel it lower down, filling the lungs, filling the belly. Breathing through the nostrils, in and out, with long, deep and even breaths to carry us through this practice. Beautiful. When you're ready, we'll blink open the eyes. We'll begin with a short seated warm-up. So we'll bring the arms alongside the body with our fingertips tapping the earth. As you inhale, we'll sweep the arms overhead, bringing the palms together. And as you exhale, we'll bring the thumbs down to meet the sternum. We'll inhale to dive the fingertips forward, up and back. And as you exhale, we'll bring the hands back down to the ground. Inhale, sweeping the arms together. You can lift the gaze towards the thumbs, the hands meet. And exhale, the hands coming down to the chest. And follow with the gaze as you drop your chin towards your chest. We'll inhale to dive the fingertips forward, up and back. And exhale, separating the palms, bringing the hands down to the ground. Last time, inhale to sweep the arms together overhead. And exhale, the thumbs meeting at the chest. We'll inhale to dive fingertips forward, up and back. And we'll exhale to bring the hands to meet the ground. Coming forward onto all fours now for Marjari Asana, our cat and cow pose. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are hips distance apart. We'll inhale to lower the belly and lift the gaze. And we'll exhale to round through the spine, arching the back. Again, inhale to lower the belly and lift the gaze. And we'll exhale from the tailbone, rounding the spine, chin towards chest. Last time with your breath. Beautiful. On this next inhale, we'll come to a tabletop position. We'll send the left leg out behind us with the toes tucking. I'm going to rock back and forth. Just stretching down the backs of the legs. Maybe you can feel in your calf or even the soles of your feet. That's where I tend to feel this one. Beautiful. We'll find stillness with the shoulders above the wrists. And as we inhale, we're going to come into a bird dog. So we're going to lift the toes. We're going to keep the ankle in line with the hips. So the toes are pointing down and the inner thighs spiraling up. And as we exhale, we'll tap the toe back down. So you can stay doing that, or we can add on. As you inhale, we'll lift the right leg, lift the right arm as though we're going to shake somebody's hand. And exhale, you're going to bring the knee in underneath the chest, and we're going to bring the wrist to tap the knee. We'll do that twice more. Inhale to find length in the arm, length in that leg. And exhale, tapping the wrist to the knee as we round the spine. Last time, inhale, finding length and really reaching. Exhale to tuck and round, tapping wrist to knee. This time as we inhale, I'm going to hold here. 3 cycles of breath. So beginning to test our balance here. And that left hand is pushing the earth away, so we're not dumping our weight into that shoulder. I'll take one more inhale and exhale to release. We bring the hand down, we'll bring the knee back down. We'll inhale to arch as we drop the belly and lift the gaze, and exhale to round through the spine. Once more with your breath. Your next inhale brings you back to tabletop. Same on the other side. So we'll send the right leg out long. We'll tuck the toes and rock back and forth. You might hear some clicks, feel some grinding. That's it. And we'll find stillness with the shoulders above the wrists, pressing into that left foot. We'll inhale to lift the right leg, toes pointing down, inner thighs spiraling up. And exhale, tapping the toes back down to the ground, staying there or adding on. Inhale to lift the right leg, left arm reaches as though you're going to shake somebody's hand. And exhale, we'll tap the toes and the hands back down to the ground. Inhale to lift and lengthen. This time as you exhale, you might bring your left wrist to tap your right knee. We'll do that twice more. Beautiful. And flow with your breath again, pushing your right hand down into the earth. One more tap underneath the chest, at the chest, knees clicking. And as you inhale, we're going to hold here. So we're not holding the breath, we're holding the pose. So keep breathing. Wonderful. One more inhale. And exhale to release the hand, the knee back down to the ground. Inhale to lower the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin towards chest. We inhale back to tabletop, tucking the toes. We'll lift the hips, downward facing dog. And you might like to stay in your downward dog in stillness, or you might like to pedal out through the heels, whatever feels good for you here. The head and the neck relaxing in between the upper arms. The heart melting towards the thighs, the hips lifted. Then from here, we'll bend the knees, gaze in between your hands, and make your way to the top of your mat. Forward fold. From here, we're going to bend the knees, lift the body so we come up to standing, the palms overhead, facing each other. And then we'll exhale to bring the arms back down, standing in Tadasana. So you could stay where you are. I'm going to turn so I can see you, or you can see me rather. Half a sun salutation with an added chair. So when you're ready, we'll inhale to sweep the arms up, palms facing each other overhead. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips, forward fold. We'll inhale to lift halfway. So nice flat back, the hands coming up to the shins, up to the thighs, or aeroplane wings to the side. And we'll exhale to bring the hands back down to the ground. This time as we inhale, we're going to send the hips back as though we're about to sit in a chair. We're going to lift the arms. And then we'll exhale to come back into a fold. Inhale to rise up to standing, palms facing each other overhead. And then exhale, lower the arms down. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, bending the knees as much as you need to as you hinge forward from the hips, lifting the tailbone towards the sky. But inhale to lift halfway. And exhale to soften and fold back forward into your forward fold. But inhale to sink the hips back, so a nice big bend in the knees. Bring the arms overhead, shoulders away from the ears, chair. And exhale back into your forward fold. But inhale to lift the body, lift the arms, and lower the arms back down. Last time. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, diving forward into your fold. Inhale to lift halfway, whatever variation with your arms, and exhale, forward fold. Last time into chair, sinking the hips back. Inhale, reaching the arms up, tailbone tucking, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up as we lift to stand, and exhale, the arms down to the sides. Beautiful. Closing the eyes, take a couple of breaths here. Beautiful. I'm coming to warrior one now. So I'm going to turn, so I'm facing the top edge of my mat. I'm going to leave my left foot where it is, and I'm going to step the right foot back. And my right foot is out at a bit of an angle. My hips are turned so they're facing the top edge of the mat. So my left hip is back, my right hip is forward. And you can also separate the feet a bit further away from each other, so you give yourself more space in the hips to square them in front. I'm going to bend my front knee. My knee is above the ankle. And this is where my knee stays throughout this practice. I'm going to inhale to lift my arms overhead, palms facing each other. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips. I'm going to bring the arms alongside the body, so the hands are where the hips are. I'm going to inhale to lift the arms, lift the body, palms facing each other, front knee bent. And exhale, navel drawing in as I come into that forward fold with aeroplane arms. Last time, moving dynamically, arms overhead, palms facing. And exhale, navel drawing in slightly. This time as I inhale, I'm going to lift and hold my warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to come into warrior three. So this is a balance. So I'm going to bring my hands together at my chest. I'm going to lift the back heels. I'm coming onto my toes. And I might even step in slightly. So I'm pushing the earth away with my left foot. So all my body weight is on my left leg. I'm going to inhale here to find length. And as I exhale, I'm going to lift the back foot. You might stay here, or you might fold forward. And just like we did in that bird dog at the beginning, the toes, right toes are pointing down, the inner thighs spiraling towards the ceiling. Let's take one last cycle of breath here. Beautiful. And as you inhale, we're going to lift to stand and bring the right knee in and hug the right knee up towards your chest. And exhale to release that right foot down to the ground. Palms separated, facing forward. You might just enjoy a few breaths in stillness, or you might like to shake it out. Maybe make some circles with that left ankle. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So starting with our warrior one, we're going to keep the right foot where it is. We'll set the left foot back. And again, whichever angle of the feet, it might be anywhere between 30 to 35 degrees. The right hip comes back as my left hip comes forward. The bend into that right knee and keep that bend there. Inhale to lift the arms, palms facing each other. Exhale, navel drawing in, the arms come alongside the body like aeroplane arms. Inhale to lift the body, lift the arms, front knee staying bent. And exhale, folding forward slightly. We'll do that once more with our breath. As you come into that fold, I want you to imagine like I'm behind you, just pulling on your fingertips. So you're really opening it in the front of the chest. This time as you inhale, we'll lift and we'll hold here. And from here, we're going to lift to Virabhadrasana 3, that balance warrior on the other side. So bring the hands together. We'll take an inhale as we bring our body weight into that right foot, pushing the earth away. Let's lift that back foot, toes pointing down, inner thighs spiraling towards the ceiling. But keep your hands where they are. We'll take those aeroplane wings. Awesome. We'll take one more cycle of breath. As you inhale, let's come lift to stand. We'll bring that left knee in and exhale to release. Well done. And if you wobbled or fell out, that's okay. Just notice your reaction to that. Let's come down to the ground with our kneeling sequence. So we'll inhale to bring the arms out to the sides and up. And exhale, folding forward, head and neck relaxing. We inhale to lift halfway, flat back, hands to the shins, the thighs, or aeroplane arms. And then we'll exhale to plant the hands. We'll step the feet back, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale to lower the knees to the ground, lower the belly and lift the gaze. Exhale to untuck the toes, send the hips back for a child's pose. Take one cycle of breath here. And you have the option to stay here or flow one more time. Inhale to all fours, lowering belly, lifting gaze. Exhale to tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, returning to tabletop, lowering belly, lifting the gaze. And exhale, untucking the toes, sending the hips back. And we'll stay here for 4 cycles of breath this time. The arms might be extended out in front of you with the palms and fingers on the ground. You might lift the palms, come onto your fingertips. It's more of an active stretch. You might bend the elbows and stack the hands to rest your forehead. The arms might come alongside the body. Or if sitting down, if child's pose isn't restful, you can always come to your comfortable seat, sitting down on the mat. One last cycle of breath. And as you inhale, bring the hands either side of the head or push into the hands as we sit ourselves up. We're going to sit our bottoms on the ground, swing the legs around, coming into Navasana or boat pose. So final balance, seated balance. So for this pose, you could bring the hands behind the thighs, roll the shoulders back and down. You want to keep your chest lifted. So when you start to round, gravity will pull you back. And that's okay. If that happens, you can just join us back in Navasana. Or if you don't want to hold the backs of your legs and really give yourself a little challenge, you can bring the arms out in front, palms facing, level with the shoulders. So I'm going to come up to my tiptoes and I'm going to walk my toes in, and already you can feel yourself starting to balance. As you inhale, you're going to lift the toes, bring the ankles level with your knees, and exhale to tap the feet back down. And we'll do that twice more. You can hold the thighs or bring the hands out in front. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. One last time, dynamically inhale to lift, maybe straightening the knees, and exhale, holding there or tapping down. This time as we inhale, You're going to lift and hold for 3 cycles of breath. You can stay here. You might straighten the legs. You can hold the backs of your legs as well. Remember to keep that chest lifted, the shoulders back and down. You might begin to feel your legs beginning to shake and tremble. Take 1 more breath in and exhale to release. Let's come to lay on our back for our supine sequence. So head and neck in line with the spine. You're going to bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. You're going to walk the feet in. Maybe your fingers can tap your heels. As you inhale, we're going to press into the feet. We're going to lift the hips and the arms go up and overhead. So we're lifting into Setu Bandhasana bridge. As we exhale, we're going to lower the hips back down. Once the hips meet the earth, bring the knees in and hug them with our hands. On your next inhale, the feet go towards the ceiling, the arms overhead, just like they did a moment ago. And exhale, knees, or a brief hug at the end of your exhale, planting the feet back down. For inhale, coming back into that bridge, hips lifting. You feel the quads and glutes engaging here. And exhale, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae down through the spine as your hips meet the earth. Bring the knees in for a hug. Inhale to lift the feet towards the ceiling, arms overhead, capital L shape with the body. And exhale, knees in for a hug, and let's hold here. Option to close the eyes if you like. Option to drop the knees away from one another, big toes touching. Wonderful. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, let's bring the feet down to the mat. We'll bring the arms out to shoulder level, end with a twist. So keep the feet on the ground. We'll take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll lower the knees to the right as we turn the gaze towards the left. And let's hold here. 3 cycles of breath. On your next inhale, return the knees and the nose back to center. And this time as you exhale, we'll lower the knees to the left and turn the gaze to the right. Taking 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, turn the gaze back to center. We'll lift the knees. And from here, I'll bring the arms in. Now you have the option to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to drop out to the sides for a reclined butterfly in Shavasana. This will be our Shavasana today, staying here. Or the other option, to bring the knees together and the feet to the outside edges of the mat. So whichever you choose to do, closing the eyes and coming back to your breath. Thanking yourself for showing up for this practice today. And know that it's okay to sometimes wobble and fall. That's life. It's what happens next, how you react. That's important. Can you pick yourself up and try again? Or do you get frustrated and choose to quit? Now I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to go ahead and close our practice today. I'm going to bring my hands together, my thumbs towards my third eye. May your day be happy, healthy, and filled with love. Thank you so much for being here with me today, practicing together with me.